Ooh, that looks tasty. Folks, today the Hungry Gamer is back with another playthrough, and today we are doing yet another Catharsis playthrough, but this time I'm mixing and matching bits from the two Catharsis sagas. So to start out with, I'm using the hero Kai, the ethereal sword master from Chapter 2 Sovereign, and I'm battling Valentina out of Chapter 1 Nocturne. And for the most part, this works really, really well. Now, what I will tell you about the Nocturne Valentina is I have never come close to winning. And I feel like it's because I'm not as good with Ninan as I am with Kai, though between you, me, and the lamppost, I'm not very good with Kai either. It's definitely not one of my strongest ones. But I did want to kind of show you a little bit from both of them, both of the sagas that is, and just a little bit of information about how I'm going to be doing this just for the camera. You see I have this big old coin here. I'm just going to put this coin over top of the card every time it is flipped over, just so I'm not flipping back and forth and knocking cards all over the place because I have things compressed a little bit. And as always, please make sure you turn on your Klingon subtitles, because if I make a mistake as I'm going through, as I am wont to do when we are recording, you'll be able to find those corrections there. So, with all of that said, let's go ahead and get started. Monster raids on numerous communities have occurred over the course of the past year. Tens of thousands of lives have been lost, and the saddest part is that the souls are unable to depart because of Valentina's presence. She steals the souls and puts them inside her creations of darkness. These spirits cannot find peace while trapped. Instead, are subject to her whims, existing in slavish agony. The creations, powered by the souls, are being sent to numerous villages to kill more people, giving Valentina more souls to build her army. But the shamans and mages of the towns have determined that simply killing these monsters will just leave the souls tormented. In order to pursue these creatures of the night and carry the souls of paradise, Ninan, an expert in the collection of souls, has assembled a team. This team has been given a variety of tasks, culminating with finding Valentina and putting an end to her reign. Ninan, being an expert in collection of souls, decides to lead a group to hunt her down. He assigns different duties to the members. This group has been tasked with hunting down Valentina, while others defend the town. And we're going to pretend that Ninan's just kind of wandering around with us. So first thing we have to do is set aside all the darkness cards, which are right here. Ninan's not with us, so that is that. Then we move into the night. Valentina is a being of the night, and she infuses the love of darkness to all of her creations. For her living servants, she bequeaths artifacts that allow them to thrive in the dark. Even her traps overflow with magic tinged with the essence of darkness. You would normally mock such slavish devotion to one theme, but her focus on it has clearly been working, and it makes any encounter during the night much more deadly. And so, we're going to play on normal mode, and because we're playing on normal mode, I've removed a few cards from the boss deck, and then we're going to roll a die. Here we go. And 4. And on a 4 through 6, put Darkness 2 into play, and we will discard the other Darkness cards. And that means we have the Shrouded Night. Night is known as the time of prowling monsters, beings who thrive in the dark and launch themselves at unsuspecting prey. Prey that cannot see the dark skin of their attacks that lets them blend seamlessly with the night. These predators have learned to attack from areas of deepest darkness to protect themselves and surprise their foes even more effectively. You hope that your path will take you around the worst of these monsters, but you may still fall victim to Valentina's deadly traps. Alright, and the main thing this is going to do for us is going to determine our morale over here, and I'm just going to place that just like so I can see that easily. And yeah, that's that. And so now what's going to happen is we are going to play through the deck here. And what happens on each one is we're actually going to play through in order, kind of, sort of, and see how we do. And hopefully this time it will go well. So here we go. Valentina has no compunctions about killing, and she's happy to use that fact to her advantage. As the town council's request to protect all people is almost complete, horrific howls are heard, both near the town and far away in the direction of the next village. Valentina has apparently decided to send her monsters in 2 directions, forcing you to make a choice. Do you stay to protect this village, or do you rush toward the next? On the one hand, this village is the home of the people who called for your help, and they're terrified that their families will be killed with no defenders. But without moving forward, you have no hope of defeating Valentina. If you stay, you still have to rush afterwards to try to stay on Valentina's trail. On the other hand, staying here means that Valentina is able to wreak destruction elsewhere, setting more traps and inflicting death and pain on other villages. Either way, innocents will suffer, but doing nothing will lead to Valentina winning. You must choose. So, I have to choose either defend the village and regroup at the checkpoint, go to card 2, or lead the charge and go straight to 5. And every other time I have played, I have gone and defended the village, and I always lose. So I'm going to go what maybe is out of character, and I'm going to go straight to 5, leaving these poor people behind. Hopefully their ancestors will someday forgive me, and we're jumping right into facing a bandit leader. You hurry out of the village, worried that you're losing ground. Valentina has had too much time to prepare for you, and you look around at the surrounding foliage for any traps she may have hidden or beasts skulking in the shadows. What you weren't looking for was a large contingent of bandits in the middle of the road. Whether sent by Valentina or just unfortunate timing, these men and women look at you, or rather your gear and supplies, with avarice. One particularly burly man steps forward and begins to loudly demand your goods or your life. But you don't have time for this. You charge forward. The common bandits pose little challenge. The leader is a force to be reckoned with. We have 10 health to get through here. There we go. I'll put that right there. And he's going to do 2 damage to us each turn. Before I can do anything, I have to roll the die to see if we are in nighttime. And it is at night, so he's going to have the bonus. That's a bummer. And because he grapples us, I lose 1 die each round. And ooh, he gets to attack first every round. Oh my goodness, that's brutal. So, since they are attacking, we are going to do... I take 2 damage. This may be a quick game. I'm going to do this one here, and this one here is a 2 damage I will take right away. I'm going to move this down here a little bit so easier access, and we tick up my unsheath level. And well, let's see what we can do here. Okay. So I think I have to do 10 damage. It's probably going to take me a couple of turns, but I started out right away with 3/3, so I'm going to chase that 5 damage. And so I need a 3. Nope, didn't get it. Do I have anything that changes dice? I don't. Yep, so I just got to get this 3. Oh, and I got it. Whew. Now, normally, I wouldn't do this, but if this is my only ability this round, with the unsheath, I deal an extra 5. So I'm going to actually go ahead and do my flip right now, and boom, immediately do 10 damage and be done with that. And then I can heal 2. So I'm going to heal this one and this one here. I'm not going to refresh, and I can take this card. And I can discard this whenever I want to gain 2 wild dice for the round or prevent 1 morale loss. Alright, well, simple enough. Moving on. Darkened Wolf. Based on the numerous shallow graves and several massive pits that would have likely been used for the same purpose, these bandits were planning to kill quite a few people. Odds are that your money or your life speech was attempted to disarm you before killing you. Glad though you are that they are now dead, the bodies are attracting more than a few carrion feeders. One in particular attracts your attention, a black wolf that even as you watch seems to eat nothing. No, not nothing. There's a faint sign of a soul sliding down its gullet. It appears that Valentina has altered even the beasts of the land with her magic. Well, that's horrific. This one has got 7 health. And we have to see if it's nighttime. Hopefully I roll a 5 or a 6 here. 5, great, so it's not nighttime, doesn't get its bonus. And it has a thing that affects Ninon, so that's fine. Alright, oh, I like. Okay, well, here we go. And again, I'm actually going to try to get this damage here again, because that was really, really good. Because if I can hit that one and this one, which is not possible. So if I can hit this one, this and this are what I'm going for. That's what I'm going for. I don't know that that's going to happen, but we shall see what we do here. So I did get 2 3s, so I will take out the 2 3s. Ooh, that does 7 damage. I don't have any 1s. I think I'm going to chase that first, so I'm looking for some more 3s here. I did not get them. I got 2 6s. Woof. That's not good. Now I'm having, well, I can always go over there with my 3, so that's what, so I'm going to roll them all again. Come on. Oh, that was bad. I got 2 of everything. All right, so let's see, what can we do here? Everything needs 5. Oh boy. There's not a lot I can do here. This is not a good start for my chasing of stuff. Well, but I can. I could do this, which would block its 2 damage. So I would only take 1 damage. I guess I'll do that. And 2 3s and 2 4s. Well, I can go here. So here we go, continuing on. And as has happened a lot to me lately, I'm not doing a good job of keeping my battery packs charged and my memory card set. And my battery died. I don't know exactly when it happened. Hopefully we didn't miss an entire card or anything, but right now we're in the middle of fighting this darkened wolf, and I did a whole bunch of nothing last round, and I am moving on. Oh, I should be fully charged, I think. Well, whatever. If I forgot it, I forgot it. And I'm taking a little bit of damage, and I have my coin here, so I've used my flip. But here we go. Let's see if we can't get that there and do the 5 damage again. That would be great. Okay. Ooh, I might. Ugh, I got 2 2s and 2 1s. Ooh. Actually, I'm going to chase that. So I got the 1 and the 2 2s. I just need to get a 4. So let's chase it. Ooh, no 4, and come on. Oh my gosh. But I did get this here, so at least I can do that. And then I have 1 and 2 6s. Is there anything I can do with a 1 and 2 6s? I don't think there is much of anything good at all. No. Nope. So that's all I'm able to do. So I do 2 damage, then do 2 more damage. So I basically just do 4 damage here. Okay. And I'm going to take, when I flip that, then I'm going to take 2 damage, which means I really have no choice, but I need to do a refresh and get everything back. Flip back over, and that continues, so up to 3. So I do have an unleash single, and I could flip to get a double, but I shouldn't do that because I only need to do 3 damage here. All right, so what am I chasing? Well, let's see what I got. Ooh, I already got 3 5s. So I've already made what I need, but let's go ahead and see if I can finally chase that deadly thrust. I'm still chasing it, but I do get it over here, and I do 2 damage and 2 more damage, so that is 4. This flips over, but it's going to flip back over when I heal, so that's not bad. And now I have a wolf companion. Place it under one of my powers, and that power activates. I gain a die back, which I can use to activate another power. Ooh, that's neat. That's very neat. I think I'm going to put that on my deadly thrust here, because that's the one I keep using, trying to use the most here. So let's do that. All right, moving on. And we have another monster, a Knight Army General. The figure that strides in front of you is definitely not what you would expect of any sort of general. but that is what he claims to be. He is short, barely over 4 feet, and he looks like he would be more at home reading books by a fire than on the battlefield. But when he calls out to Valentina and starts drawing in magic, you realize that though he's not physically imposing, he is definitely a threat. The spell he's invoking traps him in place, the magic providing unlimited shields as it is cast, but when it is completed it will unleash a powerful assault on his foes. You must hurry to vanquish him before he completes it. So he's going to have 20 health, and do 1 damage each round. Nope, let's see if it's night. It is not night, that's good. And so at the start of every 4th round, I'll take a bunch of damage, 6 damage, and I will just count that right here with a die. I do have some more of these, but I think it'll be a little quicker if I use a die here. So, first round, I need to do 20 damage. I think, as always, I'm going to chase this. Oh, and so you'll see some things have changed a little bit, and mostly that's because, I just said that I had an issue with my battery pack. Well, I then, as soon as I got started, had an issue with my memory card, so paused again and restarting again. So a few things to see here. Anyhow, here I am. I've moved this up. I have an unleash and unsheath, I should say. And really, I'm targeting that deadly thrust. That's what I want to do. Yeah, and because in theory I could get 2 dice back. All right, let's see. Ooh, well, I got 2 1s already and 2 6s. Now the 2 1s I can use down here. That's not a very good ability. Well, let's do it. 1s are useful all over the place, so we'll keep the 2 1s. I should have kept the 6s. Yeah, we're going to do this again, huh? Yep, here we go. Chasing some 1s. And I only got 1 of them. Awesome. Wonderful. Ugh. Alright. Well, I do have this over here, so I can pop over here. Ooh, or I can do this top one. Deal. Oh, yeah, I want to do that. So I got 1, 2, 2, and 4. And these 2 1s I don't think I can use anywhere. Well, I could use these down here if I want to. So if I want, I can block a lot of damage. Alright, let's see. So over here, though, I'm going to roll 2 dice. So let's roll these 2 here. 5. And keep the highest die of all rolled. So I do 6 damage from this one. And then, do I want to do this over here? Take 2, no, I'm not. So I'm just going to do 6 damage. So it brings him down to 14. And I'm not going to activate this one here. I'm just going to activate that. Then I'm going to take my 2 damage, and I will do 1 and 2. And here we go. We're starting round 2. Now this time, I'm going to get this dumb thing. There we go. And I did. And I have 2 6s. I can't use those 2 6s. But I'm going to get 1 back. So I'm going to hold off on my last roll and see what I can get. So, ooh, or I could just do, no. I could flip. No, I'm going to do that. I'm going to flip over. That's the only thing I'm going to use. And so I'm going to do 10 damage right now. Which brings him down to 4. And he's going to deal 1 to me, but I'm going to refresh myself like so, and like so. And then here we go, doink, up to 1. And let's see if I can't finish this guy off. I gotta do 4 damage before he gets to hit me real hard. Alright, so I got 2 6s. So If I can catch that, that's what I'm chasing. Oh, now I got 2 3s. Shoot. Alright, so I need a 3 or a 6 on one of these 2 dice. No! Golly, I just not having the luck I want. Alright, so no 2s, I have no 3s. 1, I have no 5s. 1, nope, no 5s. So I could do this. I could prevent 1 damage, deal damage to a monster while see what the damage prevented. Well, so I can do that. So I can go 1, 3, 3. So I'll do 1 damage from that. 6, 6, 4. Ooh, down here, let's see. Choose a player. For each point of damage they take this round, deal 1 damage to a monster or boss. And I'm only going to take 1, though. So that's not particularly useful. So yeah, it looks like this is all I'm going to do. So basically I'm going to block 1 damage and deal 1 damage. Alright, and flip this over. Not sure I love some of the abilities I have right now. We'll move on up. And let's see if I can finally... Oh, I got 2 3s and 2 4s. Alright, one of these, I'm going to get a 3 or a 4 here. Come on. There we go. 4 4. Look at that. Boom. Boom. Crushed it. And yeah. So that beats this guy. Before he's able to hit me, I'll be able to heal 2. Like so. Move that. This goes here. And we are on to the next one. Alright, so moving into the next one here, we have the Tree of Wishes. As you staggered forward from your numerous battles, you find yourself leaning against a tree. The tree is nothing too special. It has leaves, a sturdy trunk, and roots that poke through the ground. It also reaches a branch down to you, growing your favorite fruit. The tree cannot speak words, but you understand that it's trying to help fight the encroaching darkness, the only way it knows. So, first we need to see if it's day or night. It is night, so we can eat the fruit and gain 2 morale, or ask for aid and gain an ability. Ooh. I'm going to take the card, and as near as I can tell, I'll get both. Ah, okay, now I see. So I have the Necklace of Branches, and so I can discard this card to allow myself to activate one of my powers for free. And I think that's going to be worth it down the road, I think. The 2 morale is good, but I'm not too far down. So moving on into the Endangered Village, you feel a sense of deja vu. The village you're at is clearly different than the one you started at, but you see the same indicators of Valentina's presence. Families huddle inside their houses. You hear no laughter, and welcoming smiles are replaced with furtive glances as each person constantly scans for the next attack. It's clear that they have lost more than a few people over the past months, as evidenced by the empty houses and unsettling number of memorials. These people cannot leave. They are prisoners in their own towns. If they travel, they leave themselves open to Valentina's monsters. If they stay, they are slowly whittled down, not knowing which of their neighbors will still be there the next day. And then you hear the sounds of the monsters, far away enough to not be an immediate concern, but close enough that you feel your hackles rise, to live with that terror every moment of every day. These townsfolk are incredibly brave and resilient to not have collapsed into despair. But just like before, you must decide. Do you stay with them, help them out, or do you continue forward to try to put an end to the underlying threat? So, again, every time I played, I've done the noble thing. And I really want to win. So I'm going to move forward, I'm going to be a monster, and I'm going to jump straight to card 13. Which, God, I feel really bad about this. Oh, looks like I missed a celebration. Oh, joy. And I went right into a trap. As you rush forward, desperately trying to make your way closer to your target, you realize too late that you neglected your surroundings. While normally not much of an issue, Valentina seems to be a very creative person, if she can still be called a person, and has a wide variety of creations at her command. One of these, what you can best describe as a 3-eyed owl, swoops down at you. The beast is barely larger than a normal owl, and its claws draw only a light scratch on your arm, but you see dozens of them flying at you, and you have nowhere to hide. So again, day or night. Whoops. So it's day. The beasts start attacking you from multiple sides at once. You run forward, trying to escape. Each player must choose one of the following. No player may choose the same effect as another. Proceed to card 15 after. So I can distract the birds, and I start next combat with 1 less die. Can take 4 damage. Can exhaust all my powers. Replace all my powers. Ooh, that's interesting. I'm going to whirl around and try to confuse them because that is the most... Oh, gosh, but I do like... No, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. That's interesting to me. So, I assume my wolf companion stays and I can just put it on something else. But we're going to do this. We're going to replace all of our powers and kind of see how that goes. We got a knee smash, Aether Volley, Spinning Elbow. In fact, I'm just going to put this there. I like the Aether Volley. Aether Shield, the Leg Sweep, and a Sucker Punch. So the only problem here is I don't have many big hitters anymore. But that's the way it goes. And I go straight to card 15. Oh, right into another trap. Betrayed. Come to a camp where some of the guards who went before you are waiting. Happy to have a chance to rest and recover, you join them by the campfire. After a filling meal and some casual talk about what you have encountered so far, the guard agrees to take first watch. Again, day or night. It is day. Whether it is decided that you either would not succeed in your quest or will succeed regardless, you awaken to being slapped in the face and find yourself tied up with many weapons pointed at you. We'll let you go, one says, if you give us some of your gear to bring back to our town. We aren't leaving our families unprotected. So I can agree to the ransom, and I set aside 1 die and go to 18, or I could lie and fight them when free, go to 16. I'm gonna, I'll set 1 die aside for the next combat. We'll see how that goes. I think I can survive that, because none of my abilities here need a lot. So I'm going to do that and go straight to card 18. Event Death Village. As you enter the village, the smell of death wafts over you. Strange, since you don't see any bodies. Cautiously, you make your way through the village, checking in each house, looking for bodies, but you find none. You continue past the center of town, befuddled by what could have happened here. Was this Valentina's doing? But where are the bodies? She usually leaves them behind. You eventually come to what looks like a knight clad in bone-white armor, or is it actual bone? Ah, I'm happy to see potential customers. I am the death dealer, trader in all things dead or dying. It just so happens that I refilled my stock recently. Perhaps you would like to partake of it? You realize with revulsion that you're referring to this town, or rather, the former inhabitants. So, I can either politely pass and go to card 20, I can rudely pass. On a 1, all party members take 1 damage, he draws you closer to death, and punishment for your impudence. On a 6, he finds your attitude refreshing and takes some of your death from you. It doesn't make sense to you, but all players heal well, but I'm already healed. Or, such a being should not be allowed to exist. Well, I've already said I don't care about the town, so we're going to jump straight to card 20. To another trap. So I feel bad that I'm doing it this way. However, I feel like I'm making progress. And the last time I played, right around now, I'd already lost 2 cards permanently. So I'm feeling pretty good. I was further down on my morale. So I'm feeling good here. Of all the things you were expecting, stumbling across a simple snare wasn't one of them. You've been spending days looking for deadly traps, thoroughly hidden in the darkness and monsters that will lunge from the dark. But you missed the signs of a trap someone left out from a time before Valentina started terrorizing the area. You chastise yourself for not seeing it, and you'll be on the lookout for more in the future. But for right now, you need to extricate yourself so you can continue forward. Alright, so first, are we in day or night? It is night. And then I roll a die. You carefully extract your leg. Nothing happens. Great. This is going really well. Event. Guard's request. You come across a bloodied guard, his leg clearly broken but splinted. He sees you and weakly waves you over. The eastern flank, he gasps. They started attacking there, and we weren't prepared. Those monsters jumped out of the ground and started tearing into us. They grabbed the ones they killed and ran. The rest of the unit chased after them. We're not going to let Valentina take their souls or their bodies, but those beasts. He looks away. I've never seen anything like them. They just keep coming, more and more of them. Why they ran away like they did, I don't know. They could have killed us all. Instead, they started running. Maybe they wanted us to follow. Maybe we had something that could defeat them, but I honestly rather be here with my leg than out there fighting. He looks back at you, guilt in his eyes. And that's why I'm asking for your help. The other guards, they aren't heroes like you. They're townsfolk. We've trained against Valentina's beast, but the odds are usually more in our favor. They don't know how to handle that. He waves vaguely eastward. Please, they need help. They need your help. I don't want to be the only survivor. I couldn't live with that. Oh. Agree to save the guards. Proceed to card 22. If it was hard mode, I'd have to do that. Or ignore your question, press on. You are so close to Valentina, this is likely a delaying tactic on her part. Proceed to card 24. I'm going to do it. I'm going to keep being a terrible person and push on. The needs of the many outweigh the few. Gosh, I'm horrible. Right now, I feel like even if I do win, I'm just a monster. You continue your hunt for Valentina. You're ready for anything at this point, or so you thought. If there's one thing Valentina could do that you would not be expecting, it's doing nothing. Hours go by, and you find that other than the strange howls of monsters in the distance, nothing bothers you. This continues on, and on, and on. You worry that this means that Valentina has marshaled her forces all in one place, but for now, you just have the quiet of the road. Or maybe this is the next obstacle she's throwing at you, trying to lull you into a sense of safety, boring you into inattentiveness. If so, you're worried that it's working. All right, let's see, is it day or night? It is day. The road is rough and you're getting tired. You encounter nothing of note. As the sun beats down, you feel the hike drain your energy. Decrease morale by 1. Okay. The gatekeeper. At last you reach your destination. It's a manor surrounded by acres upon acres of lawn. It looks lightly maintained, like the gardeners were on vacation. Apparently, Valentina still retains enough of her humanity to want some semblance of beauty around her. Or perhaps the man in front of you gets bored and works on the grounds on occasion. The man is hunched over with age, his skin covered in sunspots and small growths. His arms and legs sport knobby bumps. He moves quite spryly despite all this. Ah, visitors! Been quite some time. I assume you're here for Lady Valentina? Yes, of course you are, but rules are rules, and I must insist you obey the old customs. You must give a gift to see such a noble lady equal to her stature, and she is so very noble. So, what shall you offer that I may let you pass? So, I can give him something of value. Each player chooses 1, then I can skip to card 27. I can sacrifice a power, sacrifice a die, decrease morale by 2, or skip the first round of combat, or fight him. I'm sure I got tons of morale. I'm going to decrease morale by 2. And when I hit 21, I suffer 1 damage. So let's just take the damage right here. That's not too bad. And then skip to 27. Another trap. After making your way over the vast grounds, you approach the front door. You brace for an attack, but you find that the only obstacle is that the door is locked. A few quick blows later, and you are standing in a rather opulent foyer. However, something is wrong. You look, and nothing seems too out of place. Pictures adorn the walls, the rugs are warm but not overly dirty. There are lights on the walls offering a soft, warm glow, and maybe that's what's setting your teeth on edge, the fact that this is so normal. You move forward and hear Valentina's voice call out from above. I'm upstairs. Please make sure to wipe your feet. Ignoring that last part, you ascend the stairs and only find that they aren't as stable as they seemed. In fact, they start to move, with horrible mouths and eyes appearing all over them. You look above and realize that the stairs are an extension of Valentina. She's trying to kill you before you reach her. Again, day or night? Night. Okay, then I roll again. Okay, 3 on a 1 to 4. Each player takes 1 point of damage, and the party must roll again. Before making this roll, the party may decrease morale by 2 to continue to card 28. Well, I did that, so let's take the damage. Take this. Now this is where it's tough. So I need a 5 or a 6. Do that. Oh, take a damage. Okay. Oh, another damage. There we go. So now I can proceed to card 28. And clearly I have to heal up. So I'll go here. And nothing happens. Oh, I guess some of the other cards, something might happen on 19. But nothing happens on 19. That's good. And we flip everything back over. And card 28. Well, there is no card 28. It was taken out. So I guess we go straight to 29. So card 28 came out, I believe, because we weren't playing on hard mode. Yeah, so here we go. Well, I guess we're fighting. The woman before you is a combination of refined elegance and madness, mixed with a kind of body horror that you thought reserved for the hells. All things considered, she is fairly lucid, but you can see that existing in her state has worn away all compassion for others. All that's left is a being of destruction projecting outward her self-loathing. Something's preventing her from achieving her own death. Fortunately for her, you are here to correct that problem. So, she'll do 1 damage per round. She has 20 health. And she activates card 30 on her turn. Her body seems to reform as quickly as you strike it, each blow blunted. Only by striking the same spot repeatedly can you truly harm her, so she has armor 2. Her magic flows from between the cracks in her skin, its inky blackness adhering to you. At the start of combat, reveal card 30. And let's see if we are at night. We are not. It's day. Oh my gosh, I might win. All right, and her bonuses. The magic oozes across the ground and squirms through the air, dodging or warding it off as possible. The magic oozes across the ground and squirms through the air, dodging or warding it off as impossible. It feels like it's driven by a supernatural force more powerful than anything Valentina could hold in her mortal body. Something is working its will through her. So, when she attacks, we choose one of the options that we haven't chosen before. So there's a whole bunch of stuff that can happen. So basically, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 turns to win, because the last one is party is defeated. So we shall see if we can manage this. I'm going to slide that on over. And I start without 1 die. Oh, I lose a die for the whole combat. Oh, that went poorly. I should have just fought something. Oh dear. Well, it was going well for a minute. Now, I do have my bandit leader, which I can just get 2 wild dice, which as near as I can, if I understand, means I just have 2 dice that I can set to any number I want. So in case I choose to use that, I just have these 2 guys right here that I'll use if I need them. All right, well, here we go. Now, to start out, blink, I jump right up there. So push that over to the 1. And here we go. So she has armor of 2. Ooh, right away. I got 3. So yeah, I think I'm going to take that right away. Or here. That's good. And I think I'm going to keep this 2. And I got 2 rolls to try to get... Oh, look at that, another 2. Excellent. Boom. So I got all of these 2 abilities here. So I am going to flip over and get my double unsheath. So increase the damage of your next ability of this round by 2. And so I deal 2 damage first of all, which puts her down to 18. Then unsheath 2, so the next one is increased by 2, so that means it's actually going to be 5 damage, which puts her down to 13. And I'm able to prevent 2 damage from her. I forgot she had armor, so she's actually at 15. I block her damage, and I have to pick one of her abilities here that I'm going to deal with. Now, the only problem I have here is I just don't have big hits. But anyhow, nothing I can do about that. And I think what I'm going to take is, well, not many good options. I'm just going to take the deal the party 2 damage. So, oof. So I will take 2. 1 and 2. This resets here, moves up to 1. All right. So now I'm chasing 5s and 2s, so I can just do that ability there. Maybe some 1s. That's my goal here. Oof. Wow. I got 1 5. No 2s. All right. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is so bad. Well, nothing I can do about that. And come on, I got no 1s, no 5s, no 2s. Oh, shoot. So I got a single 1. Well, if I do this, I can make this a 5. Then I can use my bandit leader here for 2 wild dice, and I will get 2 more 5s. So, oh, of course I'm going to get hurt, but, well, that's the way it goes. So I'm going to do 2, 3, 4, 5 damage, which becomes 3 damage, so it puts her down to 12. Then I'm going, well, both of those flip, and then I take damage. I'll take 2 damage here, so let's take, I'll lose this one, and, oh, that one deals damage. I need to say that deals damage. And my shield, so I'll lose those 2. Then I have to recharge here. All right. Oh, and I have to do an ability. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the hit on the morale, which is going to be 3. And the next card is a night encounter. But that's fine, because I don't have to worry about that. Oh, I could have gotten a die back. Not that I can use that 5 for anything. All right. Oh, there we go. And this moves up. Okay, well, I guess I'm chasing these 5s again. 2 5s. Oh, I do have a 2. Whoops. I have a 2 there. Ugh, nothing. Well, I'll go here. And I'll make this 2. Then I'm going to flip. So increase the damage of next ability this round. So I'm going to do 2 damage for that, which is the armor. Then let's do. No, so I did that. So that's going to be 2, 3, 4 damage. So she's down to 8. Then I'm going to use my Tree of Wishes to activate one of these. And I'm just going to boom, hit it for 3 damage, but I'll prevent 1 damage. So she's down to 5. Then, so these are going to flip. I prevent 1, which is going to flip this one over. So everything is flipped. Oof. Oh gosh, this is tough. Don't want to take the damage. Don't want to lose the power. Ugh. I lost morale already. Alright, well, I'm going to lose a die. Oh gosh. Alright, and then I flip back over. That goes up. And here. So, well, probably time to flip again. So I have got 4 dice. Gotta do 5 damage. And yeah, so basically I'm chasing 5s or 2s. That's what I'm doing. 5s or 2s. Oh, I got 1 5 and 1 2. Oh my gosh. Or prevent some damage. No, I gotta chase the hit, so I'm gonna do 5. Got another one. Come on. Give me now. Oh, 6 and 2. 6 or 2, nothing. Crud. Well, I'm going to flip, so I'll get a double. So this will be 2 plus 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, 7 soaks 2, 5 damage exactly. That is a win, and it's a good thing because that would have been the end of me because everything else does damage. So, I can't believe I did it. Can't believe I did it. And because I actually did it, I get to read ending number 2, Valentina. Valentina is defeated, her body blooming, splitting, and reforming as it futilely tries to prevent her dissolution. But unfortunately for her, the damage you've dealt is more than her magics can repair. You see her flesh evolve into some shape that you are very much hoping you will forget in the near future, but you suspect they'll haunt your nightmares. Your victory feels hollow, though. Valentina had unleashed all of her stored horrors before you fought her, and the region is devastated. The people you set out to save are almost all dead, their souls trapped in Valentina's horrid constructs. That's true, because I abandoned everybody. As you wander back through the towns and outposts, you find nothing but slowly decomposing corpses, although a few have been ravaged by the warped animals still in the area. There's nothing to do but leave this land behind. Eventually, people will revisit this area. They will clear out the bones of the dead, rebuild using their collapsed shells of buildings, and tell tales about the mysterious horrors that once walked the land. In decades, maybe centuries later, even those stories will become little more than folk tales. And none of those stories will mention you or your struggles to prevent this very thing from happening. Perhaps that's for the better. Who wants to be cast as an incompetent hero in a story? Or perhaps it's for the worse, as they will not have the reminder to fight against evil even if they're not fully successful. Time will tell. Man! Well, that was you know what? It's better than my usual defeat. So, there you have it, folks. That is the hero from one of the chapter sagas and the villain from the other. Very, very clever. But I hope that was useful to you to kind of see a little bit of what these chapter sagas are all about. As always, if you did find this video useful, please like, subscribe, share, maybe become a channel member. As always, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.